172% return for this strategy. I show you all the code for, opposed to 47%. That's 20x better, and I show you everything. How to outsmart the game of trading. Step by step. You're going to see everything here. Most people log on around 8:30 a.m. and they look at these charts. They put some lines on the charts. They say, okay, here's support, here's resistance. Let me go enter a trade right now. And then they lose. And then they spend the rest of the day chasing the chart, going up and down and up and down. I'm going to show you a much smarter way. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to outsmart this. Outsmart the game of trading, outsmart everybody else. We cannot trade like everybody else because you know the statistics. Most traders fail, right? This is an insane opportunity, especially now that we have AI. I'll show you everything. I'll show you how to utilize the AI. So by the end of this video, you will be able to outsmart all of the other traders out there and just crush your competition. I have over 1,700 hours of step-by-step free trading tutorials. So you know this is going to be a banger if you sit here and watch every second. My name is Moondev. I believe code is a great equalizer. Ever since I realized that, dude, anybody can code. I spent like 10 years in tech being scared to learn how to code and thinking only smart people could do this. But me, just a dummy in his bedroom with a whiteboard behind me, knows how to code. And I'm going to show you something crazy here today that involves code and AI. Like I said, I want to show you how to outsmart everybody. So how do we do it? How do we outsmart the game of trading? How do we trade better than everybody else? Like I said, everybody looks at these charts. They try to figure out the price is going up or down, and then they trade around it with too much leverage. But the key is this, dude. The key is this. It's something called back testing. And back testing is the process of seeing if a strategy actually worked in the past. Like most people, they go ahead and trade strategies that they might not even have a strategy. Their strategy is to log on and use a bunch of leverage. I actually have a system here that I follow. The process of automating your trading starts with the research of trading strategies. So right there, instead of trying to day trade, you're researching trading strategies, and then you'll back test those strategies. And we can use AI to do the back testing. So don't worry if you don't know how to code. I'll show you everything here. Can use AI to back test those strategies to see if they work in the past. Back testing is the process of saying, hey, dude, here's a bunch of data for you over the last 5 years, 10 years. Did this strategy, my idea, which I'll show you later, I'll show you a bunch of strategies here today. Did they work in the past? That's the secret. That's how to outsmart trading. Instead of going and building a bot, or in your case, maybe trading by hand right away, you spend your time researching and backtesting, researching and backtesting, researching and backtesting. This, number one, keeps you away from gambling on trades that you don't even have a strategy for, right? So right there, you're more profitable. If you're a losing trader right now, boom, more profitable because you're not trading. You're researching and backtesting. And then once you find a bunch of backtests that work in the past, then maybe a couple will work in the future. They're not all going to work in the future either. So I'm trying to give you the actual cheat codes here so you stay away from just gambling each day. And guess what? Throughout this process, you're going to learn a hard skill.
Don't even think about it, bro. Just keep going. Let them find out who it was. They gonna be on you.
That skill is going to be coding. And now you can automate those systems, those strategies that worked in the past. If they worked in the past, they're much more likely to work in the future, but they're not guaranteed. But now you have a robust system that you can follow in order to build out these bots. And like I said before, AI can help you build these bots. And I will show you everything here today. As always, this is my RBI system. Research, backtest, and then implement. And I want to make sure that you leave here today. If you're about to bounce, dude, if you're about to go, that's fine. But make sure to go to moondev.com and get the roadmap, because this is a roadmap to automate your trading, and it's 100% free. If you don't know how to code, I show you how to code. I show you how to build a bot. I show you how to come up with strategies. I show you how to use AI in trading. I invite you to my Discord community. I answer every single question you have about algo trading. I give you that system. I just want to make sure you have this for your growth. It's 100% free. Moondev.com. And the only thing I ask you right now to do is tap that like button if you feel like this has been valuable so far. How do you outsmart everybody else? You add 2 extra layers before you ever put on a trade. Now, I use automated trading bots. But even if I traded by hand, nobody's doing the R and the B. Nobody's researching and backtesting before they trade. They're all just rushing to their computer and saying, hey, is it time to go? Oh, it looks like a bunch of green bars. I better long it. Or it looks like a bunch of green bars. I better short it. Who's right? Who knows? Nobody knows except the past data. So backtesting, 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 backtesting. That is the key. The RBI system will keep you in a state where you're always researching, always backtesting. And now I want to go ahead and show you some live backtests. I want to build some backtests with you because backtests are the secret. How do you outsmart everybody else? You spend time researching ideas, whether that's in books, papers, wherever. You can see I go into some places where to research. Google Scholar. Google Scholar has PhDs who write papers about trading. There's books out there. There's so many books. I have a book list here, actually. You can just go ahead and see it. Again, this is moondev.com. Please do smash that like button. Market Wizards. Please go ahead and read all those books. You'll see probably 70 different ways of trading. And then Chat with Traders, probably 300 different ways of trading. These are places. This is a book series that interviews the best traders ever. This is a podcast that interviews really great traders, some of the best traders ever. The info is out there. It's just hard to find. So I've tried to put it all together here on this roadmap for you. So what I want to do from here is show you some live examples of backtesting. I've done my research. I've been here for 4 years researching. I have a list of ideas, and now I just jam through them with you every single day. And I show you all of the code. And guess what? I even put code in here to set up your backtest that I will literally use right now. So I'm going to hit copy here. Let's go to Cursor. Let's go ahead. I'm using Cursor AI, which is an IDE. This is where you write your code. And essentially, this is AI inside of my code writer, which is pretty slick. Because now I could build anything for the rest of my life. You can see all of these different back tests here, and I can simply run one of them and see what it comes out with. You can see it's entering, exiting, stop loss, ADX. Sometimes they take a while to run as there's a lot of entries and exits. But I'm going to build one right here, right now. So let's call this the liquidation ADX. Liquidation ADX.py. Okay, so all I have to do here is tell the AI, here's the code that I just grabbed from the actual roadmap. This is my roadmap too. That's why this is so sick. Why is this roadmap so powerful? Because I am a professional and I look at it myself. Because a professional has systems. And if you want to be a professional trader, you better have a system. My system to generate unlimited profitable trading bots is the RBI system. So I put all the tools I need here. When I'm building a bot, I go through this checklist just like that. When I'm building a backtest, I grab my backtesting code here and say, hey, here, darling, here's an example. Above is an example of a backtest. Please use it as a general example in order to build the following backtest. And please use this data that is pulled from the API. Get the liquidation data. Get all of the liquidation data you can get. Go ahead and look at the API in order to see how to get the liquidation data. And then once you pull the liquidation data, we'll use that data in order to backtest a strategy. Essentially, I want the strategy to be when there is $5 million of liquidations, I want it to buy. These have to be long liquidations though. And then when there is $5 million of short liquidations, I want it to sell. Please build it here in the liquidation ADX. Okay, so liquidation ADX. Okay, build there. Here is the API. Let's go ahead and give it the API. This is just my own personal just like data source, but you can have this same data. I show you how to do that on my channel. API.py. Okay, and then below is some code that classifies the liquidation data that you see in the API. It's a little odd, so please look how it classifies the long liquidations versus the short liquidations with the buy and the sell. And this code below will show you exactly how to do that. So I'm using Flow Pro, Voice Flow Pro or something for this voice to text. I know everybody always asks me that. Let's say code dot here, and then let's run this back. Run it back like the crack in the 80s. Come on, B. Let's get it. Okay. Cursor would like to access data from other apps. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I effed up that. So I'm going to go ahead and say CD up into there first. Yeah. And then I'm going to say code dot. I tried to open my whole computer, dude. Haha. Okay, so all right, sick. So this is a prompt here. This is Cursor IDE. This is the example code that you have access to. I want to go ahead and give it this example code here to determine when long liquidations versus short liquidations. Go ahead and smash the like, dude, because I'm going to show you everything here. And if you hit the like button, then you'll be sure to see more of this. I do this every single day. Every single day, I make my systems better and better because this guy right here, Jim Simons, he always pops up on the screen and he tells me that. He says, Moondev, you just have to make your systems better and better and better because that's what everybody else is going to do, dude. And I love this game because he played it for 60 years. He returned $31 billion and $4 billion to charities, dude. He gave away $4 billion. Have you seen $4 billion? Because I have not. But I would love to be able to give away $4 billion someday. I don't know about you. Okay, so you can see it brought in all the code here. Pretty fascinating, right? If you think this is fascinating, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, smash the like, smash the like. Let's see what she said here. I've created a comprehensive backtesting strategy for your liquidation-based trading system. Here's what the code does. It uses the Moondev API to fetch historical liquidation data, processes the data by converting timestamps to date time, categorizing liquidations as short or long, aggregating the data by hour to match typical trading time frames. Aggregated the data by hour? Nah, fam. We don't need to do the aggregation of the data by hour. The time frames don't necessarily matter as we will be summing up the number of liquidations to get to that 5 million. Make sure that the entry and exit liquidation threshold is a constant at the top of the code as well.
Don't even think about it, bro. Just keep going. Let them find out who it was. They gonna be on you.
I'll modify the code to remove the hourly aggregation and make the liquidation threshold a constant at the top of the file. Now I'll update the file to remove hourly aggregation and set liquidation threshold as a constant at the top. So you can see this AI, this code just does it all for me essentially. I just need to go ahead and give her the right instructions. You can see 5 million liquidation threshold, except I want a liquidation threshold entry and liquidation threshold exit. Please, thank you. So I want that because then I can test like different things. Different things, dude. Different things. Let's use the 2.5 Pro preview. I don't know, dude. Which Gemini is the one right now? Which Gemini is the best? Which Gemini is the best to use is the question. I want to go over to cursor. You can see in settings here, cursor settings, you can add in different models here. And I have Gemini 2.5 EXP. See, I just don't know. I'm going to get rid of 2. Okay. I'm going to get rid of 2. I'm going to keep 3.5 SONET. EXP Pro. I just don't understand their naming scheme yet. So let's go ahead and figure that out as well. Liquidation 80X. Okay. Let's go ahead and say accept here. I want to check that out real quick. Chatbot Arena. So this is where we can compare different LLMs, which is the AI, and we can see exactly which one. I don't know what that says, and I'm not going to read it. Sorry. Side by side arena battle leaderboard. Thank you. Okay, Gemini 2.5 Pro 056. Oh, this is 5 cents per request. 2x. Let's see if we can figure this out. Gemini 2.5 Flash. That's what I'm looking for. I think that is going to be the quicker one. I mean, it sounds like it at least. 2.5 Flash. Pro. Flash preview. Oh 04. I just got the 2.5 Flash preview here. All right, whatever. I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to get it in there. 2.5 Flash preview. I just checkmarked you, dude. Let's get it. Okay, sick. Okay, we got the 2.5 Flash preview, and we'll go back to the code now and see if we can get this going. Okay, now please explain how. Well, actually, go ahead and fix this code here. You can see the API as well. At API, I believe it's API. I believe it's so. I believe you can do anything, dude. Just keep going, please. Thank you. It's 2.5 Pro. We don't want you anymore. You cost 5 cents. I don't have 5 cents. I only got 3. I only got 3 cents. I only got 3 cents, not 5. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, perfect. It just needs to go ahead and update those Rudies. The Rudy McDuties. Okay, fetching the liquidation data from Moondav API. Okay, sick. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, we got an error here. Timestamp. Yes, because my data actually doesn't have timestamps as the column name. It doesn't have any column names, so maybe you can readjust it once you grab the columns. But you can see it has the epoch time on there in the second to last column, I believe. I believe you can fly. I believe you can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I see you spread your wings, then fly away. I believe you can soar. I see you running through that open door. I believe you can fly. Please go ahead and make that update then, dog. You can see that essentially we have this error of the timestamp, and there is no columns on that API data that we pull. So your options are to add columns after you pull the data. You can see essentially all of the output of the preview, so you can name the columns how you think they should be named. Let me know if you have any questions, shorty. Let me know if you have any questions, because I'm here for you. I'm locked, but I'm here for you. I'm here. What's going on, fam? Okay, I see the structure based on your column. Okay. Sell. Okay. I will modify API. I don't want you to modify anything in the API.py. Just modify here in the liquidation ADX. All right, Gemini 2.5 Flash is trash. I gave it a try, dude. You saw me give it a try. Legit saw me give it a try. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on back to 3.5 Sonet because I'm a boomer. I'm a boomer and I'm gonna keep it booming in the boom boom room. And what you gonna do about it, huh? I understand. You're right. Instead of modifying the API, we'll just handle the column naming right in the liquidation ADX file after we get the data. Let me be a data dog. Let me update that file. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Much love to you, your family, everybody. Your family, you. I believe in you, dude. Come on, let's go. Let's say accept here. There we go. Now it should work. Okay. Let's see. Fetching liquidation data from the Moondav API. Okay. Here we go. Okay, okay, okay. You can see it it looks like it may have worked kind of. But it didn't get any trades here. ADX threshold. Okay, you can see here we did run into a bug here, and also it didn't get any trades. Let's remove the ADX threshold for now, and let's see if we get trades without it. And then also go explain how you foresee, or how the ADX works and how you foresee it working in this strategy later. I'll remove the ADX now and explain how it could be beneficial later. Let me modify the strategy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, fam. Let's go ahead and check out the chat here. Can I do automation without a laptop? No. I mean, I don't want to kill your dreams, but not that I can imagine. Can I code without a laptop? Yeah, probably not. Yo, Moondev, you're back. I thought Big Suits got you shot. Oh boy, dude. Oh boy. Got me shot. Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't have all the data here, first off. Start in. Okay, you can see that we don't actually get all the data. There should be much more data here, dog. It looks like we didn't get all the data we could. Maybe there's a limit or something in it. We should pull all of the data that we can from the API. You can see it's less than a day.
I'm not negotiating with myself.
Yeah.
The deal was already made. The deal was made when I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing. I signed that contract with myself. I'm doing it. You know, throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I need to.
Yeah, I need to.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Let's see. I've made we removed a limit of 10,000. Okay, good dog. Good dog. Liam said he thought I got shot, bro. Damn, dude. Well, hell. If that happens, bro, I'll let you know. If that happens, I'll let you know. And guess what? We're gonna shoot back. We're gonna shoot back. I'll tell you that much. Because we dated dogs. We dated dogs. We here. Locked. Locked like you could never be locked before. Okay. If I get shot, I'm coming back. Don't worry. Pew pew. Pew pew pew. Okay, what I want to do here, dude. This is taking a minute. Please update it so we will check to see if we have the liquidation data before we run it again. Because we don't need to pull the data every single time. So check to see if it's stored already and then grab it if we don't. It's taking a minute. I am curious why. Why, my guy? Why? I might go ahead and do this a different way. I might tilt this a little bit because I know I can get the data real easy, and making it inside of my backtest is a little weird. Okay, so what are you gonna do about that? How are you gonna do it? You're gonna go to the API. Okay. I should have all of these. Yes. API testing whale addresses. I don't want any whales. Get the whales out of here. Get out of here. Positions on Hyperliquid. I can see everybody's positions. You can't get anything past me. Do you see how these are the cheat codes, dude? I can see everybody's positions. I can see if your strategy works. I can see if it doesn't work. I can see you've been naughty. I can see if you've been nice. Copy bot transactions. Copy bot. Okay. Testing OI. Okay. OI testing addresses. Hey, do me a favor and just tap that Lizzie real quick, bro. Tap that like because that like is it's nice. Historical liquidation data. Limit? No way. I want to go ahead here and just run it from here. Connection error, it says. Let's try it again. No, I got it. I know what's going on actually. Make the limit like 50 million or something. Instead of not having a limit. Because I think that's the problem. I just got to be able to pull this from the data source. I'll set the limit to 50 million. Thank you, shorty. Thank you. Limit equals none. I see. Data limit. This is 50 million lines of data. Do we have that much data is a question. Fetching up to 50 million liquidation records from Moon API. Limit equals data limit. What about just no limit here? No limit soldiers. What about that? Okay, column 10. Yes, this worked. I think. Key error, column 10. I just removed the limit and it seemed to work, but then I got this error. Please fix. I see the issue. Column 10 means we're trying to access the column before we've assigned the column names. Let me fix the order of operations. Thank you. Let's go ahead and say accept here. Let's run it. Grab all the data you can. I want all of it. Please. Please. There you go. There you go, dude. Still looking like something going crazy here. So let's look at that data, huh? Please save the data to my data folder here after pulling it. data, copy path. And then we're going to investigate this data because something funky going on, dude. And we don't like funkiness. We don't want to see no funky. No way. No way. I don't want no funkies. I'll add the code to the save the and process the raw data to your data folder here, liquidation ADX. Can your bot trade futures as well? Crypto futures, yes. 777 Knack Shack. What's up, dude? I like your name. Knack Shack. Joe says maybe 10 to 25%. Just wanted to see his experience and any advice on it. Hey, I've seen you've tried Lovable. If you would compare Cursor, Lovable, Windsurf, Replit, Bolt, etc. for development, what's your number one Cursor? It's a big question, but Cursor. That's a big question, B, but Cursor. I like Cursor. People like Windsurf too. Okay, let's see if this data gets in here, and then I can go ahead and see what's hot. Raw liquidation data. 10,000 lines, son. $10,000 lines. Why are you only giving me 10,000 lines? Process liquidation data here. 10,000 lines. Let's go look at my server. Yeah, let's do that. Because then I can just data dog this. Why are we only getting 10,000 lines is the question. Let's go look at see if we have any other liquidation backtests here. Liquidation bots. Let's go ahead and here. Bots, Hyperliquid. Closest to MA. Lick Little, my niddle. Let's say liquidation. Get liquidation data. Limit 1,000. Okay. Limit equals. That's not going to be it. Because we're only getting 1,000 there. Let's look at the API as well. Because this will give us a clue. Maybe. Okay, here we go. Liquidation data. Limit equals none. Get liquidation data. So limit equals none should be the way. Let's go ahead and try that again. Let's go over here to liquidation ADX and say limit equals none. Okay. Grab all the data, dog. I want to be a data dog. I want to be a baller. I want to be a baller. Thanks, Moondev. I truly appreciate what you show. Greatness is on the way. Thank you, Knack, for both of us. Let's get it. Fetching liquidation data here. So let's go see here. What's going on with this? I'm on my server as well. Screen LS.
Imagine you had everything you wanted. Everything. Imagine you were everything you ever wanted to be. And capture that feeling. That's the easiest way to manifest what you want.
That's the easiest way, dude. That's the easiest way. Okay, let's look at these Hyperliquid bots because I think that backtest cut, no summers, last hour, data, lick percentiles. This is super file. It essentially gets all liquidations. Outliers here. Relative strength. That's a nice one. Sell in May. Breakouts. Backtest. These are a bunch of backtests here. See, I just backtest. Liquidations here. Lick. Backtest. Okay, I think this is it, dude. This is the file. With lick data. Okay, so cut it up here. Cut it up, count it up. Cut it up. Lick, BT, backtest. Cut it up, count it up. Enter licks, okay. And none of these, I see what's going on. I pulled this a different way. That's why. But that's okay. This is going to be probably better anyways. Failed to fetch. It might be too big now. Let's go look at what's happening when I call that liquidation data on my server. Funding, BNB licks. No, it's the API. API, here it is. Screen R. Ah. I see there's an error over here. Looks like I get this error when I try to, or when I call my liquidation data from a different code from like my computer. Do you know what this error may be? Is it pulling too much data or? Yeah, it says too much data. This error occurs, the actual size of the data is being larger than was declared in the content length. This is a common issue when streaming large files, especially CSV files with lots of data. The logs show you're trying to access and streaming it directly. Your server is trying to send a CSV. The content length header is being set to one value. The actual data being streamed is larger than the declared length. To fix this, you have a few options. Use chunk transfer encoding instead of content length. Calculate the correct file size before sending. Implement pagination if the data set is very large. Would you like me to implement one of these? I'll need to see your fast API endpoint. Well, what the helly? Let's see if I could just pull the data here. Licks, OI, funding, data, lick data, download. Let's try a download from there. But damn, so I gotta fix that. Lick data, let's call this lick data 515. And I got a new project, fam. I got a new project. I gotta put that on a database. Would setting this up as a database make it easier to pull the data? Don't change any code. I just want to have this convo. Yes, using a database will be much more robust solution for several reasons. Efficient querying. Instead of loading an entire CSV file into memory, you can query exactly what you need. This is especially important for liquidation data where you might only need specific ranges. Better memory management. Databases are designed for better memory management. Perfect. Did we get that downloaded? We did. Okay, I'm going to pull this lick data in here. Because I'm a data dog and I'll get it done however I want to get it done whenever. However, we'll get the job done. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in data. Let's put it in data liquidations. Licks. It's gonna be a big file, dog. Okay, that's why we had a hard time, because it's 1.5 million lines of code or CSV. Let's see if we can put this as limit being 1.7 million, or let's just put 1.5 million. Let's see if that fixes it. I got the data regardless. I'm just curious in my mind. Okay, successfully loaded 1.5 million liquidation rows. Nice, dude. Perfect. So you can't call more than... Okay, I got an idea then. Okay, sick, dude. And guess what? Look at this. We got it. We got the backtest done. Okay, I'm going to write down this project because it's a project. Clearly, I got to set this up. B, liquidation data is getting too big for a CSV. Need to do the following. Step 1, make it so if we call more or limit equals none or more than the lines of data we have, it defaults to the max lines we have. There's a bug that doesn't allow us to pull all data from API. Okay, make it so when we call limit equals none, okay? And then 2, set this up on ClickHouse, you lazy bastard. Okay, sick. Now we got the back test done. Look at that. How fun. Okay, so what is it trading? Well, the return's 26%, but what's the symbol it's even trading is the question. 0 days. Duration is 31 days. That don't look right still. Let's go look at that data. Let's look at the data, dog. Position history, liquidation, trades.csv. That's not it. Make sure to save the data here so we can debug it. Because it looks like it got some data, more data this time, but not all of it. So I want to get all of it. And it should be about a year's worth of data. And this is the liquidation data. I'll update the path. Thank you. Liquidation ADX API.get liquidation data 1.5 million lines. Should save right here into this licks folder. I've got the real data here just in case we need a backup. This data has just gone a little too long. Okay, you can see I got the raw data. I'm a data dog. 1.5 million lines, great. Process data, how many lines is that? Much less, that's why.
Yeah. I don't care how good you are in anything. You don't have discipline.
You ain't nobody.
Right.
No, it's not. It's 1.5 million.
Because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline.
100%.
100%.
With discipline is doing what you hate to do,
But do it like you love it.
Doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. That is a great quote.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do that, you could be successful in anything.
You know, you normally are.
You normally are. Let's see what the 1.5 million is. What is this date here? Let's go to what's it called? Epoch time converter. Yeah, epoch converter here. April 14th, 2025. That's not very long ago. That's a month ago. So that is all the data. Let's go ahead and copy this one over. May 15th. That is right now. Okay, that's good. Let's go look at the data here. BTC data, liquidations. And this data here that I grabbed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, buddy. This doesn't look good. Did I lose the data? No, this is June 4th, 2024. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Maybe I'm miscounting the columns here. Let's see. Okay, so that's 1 million. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines of data. Or 7 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now your boy's confused. Okay, let's go ahead and just pick a random one. A month ago. Some of these got to be up in here. Like years ago. Not years ago, but a year ago. May 5th, 2024. Yeah, this is weird, dude, because I have the data. You see it. You saw it goes back a year. About now. Last June. May 8th. But then when I pull the data, what about the raw? See what this data is. This, I think we already checked this, but let me check again. Now I'm tweaking. Oh, there's June 4th, 2024. Okay, let's explain it here. You can see this is the first 5 lines of the raw data. The date time is actually June 4th, 2024 that the first epoch time comes to. And that is about a year ago. And that aligns with the amount of data I expect to have. Okay, but then when we look at the process liquidation data, I'll show you the top 5 lines as well. And they are different now. And the epoch time is actually 1 month ago. So it seems like you're doing some sort of filtering in order to make it 1 month only of data, but I'm not quite sure. You tell me. Okay, you understand the problem. I'm able to pull the data successfully from the API, and it's just not matching up once we process it. So we reprocessed it somewhere here. And let's go see where, dude. I could look at the code, but why would I do that? Looking at the raw data in the first line you sent, okay. I noticed that the raw data and process data are completely different. Not just the timestamp, but even the symbols and the amounts. This suggests that when we're creating the process data frame, we might be accidentally sorting or filtering. Let me fix the issue by modifying how we create the process data frame. Thank you. I've added more debugs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and run it back. See if we get the raw data. We should get the raw data here. I'm going to delete these two. Should come right here. Can you make a tutorial on how to make your own Telegram trading bot for Solana? It's a good idea. Maybe. I don't use Telegram. Ha, surprisingly, but maybe, bro. Maybe, baby. Okay, so I'm not even at the back test yet. I'm not even at the back. I want to make sure my data is right, dude. This isn't it because this wasn't even here a year ago. Epoch time. April 14th. It's a very odd error because this is the raw. This is the raw dog data. And that's a year ago, June 4th, 2024. You see that? That's when I started collecting this data. Almost 1 year ago. Cool. Remove these type of debugs so you can then add in the head print debug of the raw data versus the process data. It's still showing that you know, the raw data goes a year back, but the process data goes a month back. So we're having some sort of filtering in there that's changing things up a bit. This is the sauce, dude. Like, I know I'm using crazy data here. It's because that's the sauce. That is the sauce. If you like sauce, whether it's vegetarian or meat, that is the sauce. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I can get an edge with data. You can get an edge in so many ways. But it all comes back to this, the R, the B, and the I. Research, backtest, and implement. If you're a losing trader right now, spend your time researching and backtesting and you're automatically more profitable. You're welcome. Please do smash the like. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. Remove the repetitive debug prints. Okay, thank you. I'll remove those repetitive debugs from the strategy and focus on debugging the data processing issue. Let's go ahead and take a keen eye on it as well. So we got the liquidation data. Okay. Timestamp equals that data directory. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Here we go. Fetching liquidation data. Okay, raw liquidation data. Structure is this. First rows of data is this. Columns in raw data. Okay, that's the back test, but we're not even there yet. Process data, first few lines. Okay, now it's looking good. So whatever you changed, you pretended like you didn't change anything, but you clearly changed something because now fun is up here and now we're gonna have some fun. Now we're gonna have fun because fun is there and fun is the word. April 14th, we're not gonna have fun yet. No, we're not gonna have fun yet. Not yet, dude. AMB fun buy. Remember, there's no columns on the raw data. Maybe this error is arising because there's no columns on the raw data, but again, you can see the timestamps of the original data versus the process data. They actually, I don't know, do they look the same? It kind of does, but then when I look at the process CSV, the thing is different. Let's see if she can figure this out. Ah, I see the issue now. Looking at the debug output, the raw data is coming in without column headers, and we're incorrectly interpreting those, the first row as the headers. This means we're losing the first row of data because Pandas is using it as a column name. I don't think that's gonna fix it, but let's keep going. Yo, 777, fam. Thank you for throwing that in there. Much love to you. Art, what's up, bro? How are you, dude? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. So we're fetching liquidation data because this is the strategy that I'm doing today. Okay, column 10. First 5 rows of the process data. Okay, now this is looking better, but let's see here. Oh boy. We got 2 of these now. 9, 2, 3, 25. 2, 5. 2, 5. 3, 6. Shit, I don't know which is which, bro. How? April 14th, dude.
It's been real. Don't get involved if you ain't gonna die for it. Take this. I bought some hollow tips for your homeboy.
Raw liquidation data here. Dang, now the raw liquidation data is coming in incorrectly. Here's a screenshot of the past raw liquidation data before you added that column thing. And you can see that that epoch time is 1 year ago. But now, whatever you change to the new one, the liquidation, the first row of data is only a month ago. You can see the screenshot. So whatever you just changed there actually just messed up the raw liquidation data as well. Before, the raw liquidation data was looking good. Now, neither the raw or the process looks good. So let's go back to this column here and grab this and give her that little image there so she can see what we're talking about. Okay, that's April 14th, not quite long enough. I actually might just go ahead and pivot here and do this a different way because I see the issue now. The problem isn't with the column names. It's just that we're modifying the raw data too early. Let me revert those changes and fix this properly. Thank you. I might build a data processor file. That would be probably a better way to do this now that I'm 82 hours into this, you know? Pivot then. Pivot now instead of at the start. Rico! Rico's up in here too? What's up, dude? 777. Rico's up in here. What's up, dude? What strategy? I'm using a liquidation strategy here today. We're having trouble connecting. Resume. Keep having trouble, but let's go. It's okay to have trouble. We'll keep it pushing every single day. Keep pushing, dude. Let's go ahead and run it. Okay, so let's see if we get the real data this time. Let's delete all of these before my mind blows up. There we go. Got them all out of there. Quick, quick. Successfully loaded. Okay. Okay, this one is the AMB. Perfect. First 5 rows of process data. You little son of a gun. You son of a gun. Okay, so you can see here's the unprocessed data, the OG, shall we call it. OG data, the raw dog data. That's 1 year ago. Perfect. Now, you can see this one. April 14th, 2024. What's going on, dude? This is correct. These are all correct. All right, so in the above, you can clearly see the problem. So those first 5 rows It seems like we okay, look at this though. Look at this. It is correct. It's incorrect but correct. So this is the original data. This is the raw data. It jumps from 1717 to 1744. Okay. So it assumes this is the header, so that's the error it's running into. Okay. But when I look at the actual liquidation data here, you can see it stays at 1717, 1717, 17 as it should. So maybe if I go in here and I say process data, one seven one seven five, 1 out of 80. No. Well, it actually comes up a lot. It's weird. All right, I want you to build a separate file called liquidation data and take it out of this backtest and call it like pull liquidation data inside of my backtest folder. And let's start to just pull all the data that we can. Let's do 1.5 million rows in that pull and then print the first 5 rows and do that processing we need to do in a different file, because essentially what's happening is it seems like it's chopping off about a year of data or renaming the timestamps or something like that. I'll create a separate file to handle the liquidation data, polling, and processing. This will help us debug the timestamp issue more clearly. Thank you. So I should just use this data, keep the show on the road, but I want to fix this bug first. I just want to fix it, okay? I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it. Liquidation data.py. Where is it? Poll liquidation data.py. Okay. Let's go ahead and say accepto. Rico! Rico's in the house. Okay, poll liquidation data. Okay. Moondav licks. Okay. Let's go ahead and delete all of this. Poll liquidation data here. And you can see it's getting 1.5. If raw is none, okay, that's fine. Datetime.shift timestamp. Please explain how you are. Who you are. Tell me who you are. Okay, let's just fetch it here, and then we're going to be able to debug it better and better, wetter and wetter. And let's see what's going on when I call it here. On my server screen. Oh, that ain't even it. It's not it. Custom limit none. Perfect. $31 relative 31 days. Okay. Raw data here. Raw liquidation data. So 1717. You can see it jumps to a year later here. But that's so weird. So weird. Let me go ahead and look at that lick data here. On the server. I'm looking at the server right now. It says it's too big. Open anyways. See if it can open this. Because this data here that I pulled, let's see if it goes all the way to today's date. 172. I don't think that does. That's the problem here. July. Okay. I think I get it now.
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. This might crash my computer, so I'm sorry if this is the end. Okay. I see what's going on now. My data is too thick. Because really, 1.5 million lines of data here is like a month. Okay, so let's see how many lines this is. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I need more like 17 million lines of data. 17 million. There's 17 million liquidations. Damn, that's a lot of people losing a lot of money, dude. That's a lot of money lost. Now we're fetching 17 million lines of liquidation data here. I wonder how many lines this is. I'm still downloading from my server. I can see my requests coming through on my API, 17 million lines of liquidation data. And the reason it sent that first one was because it assumed it was the header. Let's see how many lines this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's 10 million lines. Let's see if it gets it, dude. Let's see if it gets it. I'm going to close this. Okay, it successfully fetched all the data. Perfect. Now it should work. Okay, I was just grabbing the wrong amount of data, dude. I'm a data dog, but damn, I didn't realize it was that much. Okay, so now we can see it. 717, 717. 717, perfect. Please go ahead and update this code. So now it fetches the raw liquidation data just like it does. And then it goes ahead and splits the data up based on the symbols that we want to look at. To start, we'll do BTC and ETH and SOL, SOL. So it will then go ahead and look for any of the symbol column names to have that. One of those in there, and if it does, then it just congregates all that data into its own CSV file. So we'll have like a BTC CSV, SOL CSV, liquidations, etc., etc. Okay, I figured out the problem. There's actually 17 million lines of data here, so that's insane. That's a lot of data, dog. go ahead and say accept here. And now when I run this file, it should split them quite nicely. Wait. Where did you update this at? Okay, you did it in the right place. Perfect. Raw data here, raw data, okay. Accept. Total price range. Symbol here. Symbol process data. Okay, perfect. ETH BTC. Okay, this should be working great now. And now we have all of the data so we can conduct that back test. Delete. You can see it's 1.3 gigabytes of data, so I need to move this on over to a CSV. Whatchamacallit. What is your guys' favorite database to use? I've heard ClickHouse is good. Good open source version of something. The other one, you know? I can't tell you what it is, but okay, so now it should pull all of the data and then go ahead and allow me to backtest them singularly. Singularly. It's a lot of data, 17 million lines. So it just takes a little bit of time. That's why I split it out into this other folder so I don't have to do it over and over again. Yo, 777, dude. Much love to you. Thank you. Thank you, Nils. Nils Weth. Is that Weth Dev? Moonweth, I mean? Is that Moonweth over there? Is that you, bud? Is that you in disguise? Fetching the data. While this fetches, I will BRB. Remove all emotions and actually automate your trading. I can show you from a point of not knowing how to code at all. If you don't know how to code at all, I can show you exactly how to code. And then I can show you exactly how to automate your trading. You can see there's hundreds of reviews. I'll show you at the bottom. And there's a 100% money back guarantee. And the price is super inexpensive. $69. And I will literally hold your hand step by step in the process of automating your trading. You can watch this video if you want to learn a little bit more about it, but we can quickly scroll through here, and pretty much everything that I wish I could find on the internet when I was trying to automate my trading is in this bootcamp. It's 15 days of videos that you can watch on demand in any language, just in case you don't speak English natively. You can watch all videos at any time period of the day in any language. And I show you step by step how to automate your trading. And not only that, I give you free AI. So I pay for your OpenAI, Claude. We have channels in our Discord that give you 100% free AI. So you can cancel all your subscriptions. You have a team of us that are all working towards the same goal. We're all chasing this guy. This is Jim Simons. He ran up a net worth of $31.4 billion. And he always says you just have to make your systems better and better and better because that's what everybody else is trying to do. So I can show you step by step how to get your ideas out of your brain into an automated trading system, and you'll be able to code all of it. I spent 10 years in technology scared to code because I thought it was just for super smart people who went to Stanford or knew a bunch of math, and I was neither of those. Then I locked in because I had to automate my trading. I learned Python and I learned how to actually automate my trading. It's the most secretive industry in the entire world. Nobody else is sharing this information. So you can see a closer look of what's in the boot camp here. There's 15 full days. And on the first day, in case you don't know how to code, I show you how to code. So don't worry. I give you an intro to algo trading. I get all of your orders set up, all your risk management set up. I get you to a place where you can backtest any strategy that you have for the rest of your life. So while I don't just say, hey, here's a bot that you can run, make $1 million, I think that's a scam. If you ever see that on the internet, which I know you will, just run away, because nobody is going to give you a trading bot that just makes you a bunch of money. You have to come up with your own strategy and your own edge. But for a crazy low price, I can show you step by step how to get to that point where you can just sit here like I do. You see me on live every single day. I show everything on YouTube. And I just test the RBI method.
We must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.
And dude, I understand how emotional this game is, and sometimes you feel defeated because you're just tired of looking at these charts go up and down. You have FOMO, and then you have fear, and you're scared. You're in a position, you're in a long position, then all of a sudden you're in a short position, and then all of a sudden you're using 40x leverage. Dude, I totally understand that. But that was Martin Luther King Jr., and he says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep going. And I know trading can rip your heart out. The sad thing about trading, which is like not good for entrepreneurs or people who like to work really, really hard and just bang down doors and get anything done, like you and me, dude. You know, we're ambitious, we're data dogs, we're curious, we're fearless. You can't just work harder at trading and get better. You can't just put more hours in. Like everything else in the world, most things you can just put more hours in, work harder, and be better at trading. With trading, you have to have patience. You cannot be greedy, and you can't be fearful. Those are three things that humans just can't do. So in this bootcamp, I show you step by step how to remove all of your emotions, automate your trading. I give you free AI. I give you a bunch of examples of trading algorithms that will enable you to then build any strategy that you want. And then I connect you with hundreds of other algorithmic traders so you can make connections for life and work on this with other people opposed to just on your own. Remember, this is the prize. This is what I'm chasing, but I don't need $31 billion. I would rather have a few hundred of us get $31 billion, you know? So I'm not saying that this is guaranteed by any means, but for me, it's something that I can invest my time into and just like he says, just keep making my systems better and better and better. Now I've been at this for 4 years. So if you want to fast pass and get everything I know about algorithmic trading and how to automate your trading, you can see the prices right here. It's $69 per month. It's nothing crazy. And you can go to our Trustpilot, just Google MoonDev reviews or Algo Trade Camp reviews. Here's some Q&A down here. I want to make sure you know that we have a no questions asked 90-day money back guarantee. So for whatever reason you want your money back, just get your money back. You can keep all the code and just all the videos, just you get your money back 100%. I follow the Costco guarantee here. This is the 90-day money back guarantee. Go ahead and check out the link in the description and just scroll down and see what people like you have to say. I know you're smart because I didn't run ads and I didn't beg you to come here. You found me somehow. You're a good researcher already, and the process of automating your trading starts with research. So obviously you're looking for a better way to automate your trading, so you're intelligent enough to know that everything can be done in this world as long as you're able to research. This is my RBI system I'll talk about in the Algo Trade Camp, but it comes down to researching, backtesting, and implementing. So go do your research on the internet. Go look at all of these testimonials we have on our page. And if it seems like it's going to be a good fit, if you want to automate your trading, remove all emotions, connect with hundreds of other algo traders, connect with me, get free AI, have the 90-day money back guarantee, then click the link below and join right now. Remove all emotions and actually automate your trading. I can show you from a point of not knowing how to code at all. If you don't know how to code at all, I can show you exactly how to code, and then I can show you exactly how to automate your trading. You can see there's hundreds of reviews. I'll show you at the bottom, and there's a 100% money back guarantee, and the price is super inexpensive, $69, and I will literally hold your hand step by step in the process of automating your trading. You can watch this video if you want to learn a little bit more about it. But we can quickly scroll through here, and pretty much everything that I wish I could find on the internet when I was trying to automate my trading is in this bootcamp. It's 15 days of videos that you can watch on demand in any language, just in case you don't speak English natively. You can watch all videos at any time period of the day in any language, and I show you step by step how to automate your trading. And not only that, I give you free AI. So I pay for your OpenAI, Claude. We have channels in our Discord that give you 100% free AI, so you can cancel all your subscriptions. You have a team of us that are all working towards the same goal. We're all chasing this guy. This is Jim Simons. He ran up a net worth of $31.4 billion. And he always says you just have to make your systems better and better and better, because that's what everybody else is trying to do. So I can show you step by step how to get your ideas out of your brain into an automated trading system, and you'll be able to code all of it. I spent 10 years in technology scared to code because I thought it was just for super smart people who went to Stanford or knew a bunch of math, and I was neither of those. Then I locked in because I had to automate my trading. I learned Python and I learned how to actually automate my trading. It's the most secretive industry in the entire world. Nobody else is sharing this information. So you can see a closer look of what's in the bootcamp here. There's 15 full days. And on the first day, in case you don't know how to code, I show you how to code. So don't worry. I give you an intro to algo trading. I get all of your orders set up, all your risk management set up. I get you to a place where you can backtest any strategy that you have for the rest of your life. So while I don't just say, hey, here's a bot that you can run, make $1 million, I think that's a scam. If you ever see that on the internet, which I know you will, just run away, because nobody is going to give you a trading bot that just makes you a bunch of money. You have to come up with your own strategy and your own edge. But for a crazy low price, I can show you step by step how to get to that point where you can just sit here like I do. You see me on live every single day. I show everything on YouTube. And I just test the RBI method.
We must keep moving. We must keep going. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving.
And dude, I understand how emotional this game is, and sometimes you feel defeated because you're just tired of looking at these charts go up and down. You have FOMO, and then you have fear, and you're scared, you're in a position, you're in a long position, then all of a sudden you're in a short position, and then all of a sudden you're using 40x leverage. Dude, I totally understand that. But that was Martin Luther King Jr., and he says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep going. And I know trading can rip your heart out. The sad thing about trading, which is like not good for entrepreneurs or people who like to work really, really hard and just bang down doors and get anything done, like you and me, dude. You know, we're ambitious, we're data dogs, we're curious, we're fearless. You can't just work harder at trading and get better. You can't just put more hours in. Like everything else in the world, most things you can just put more hours in, work harder, and be better at trading. With trading, you have to have patience. You cannot be greedy, and you can't be fearful. Those are 3 things that humans just can't do. So in this boot camp, I show you step by step how to remove all of your emotions, automate your trading. I give you free AI. I give you a bunch of examples of trading algorithms that will enable you to then build any strategy that you want. And then I connect you with hundreds of other algorithmic traders so you can make connections for life and work on this with other people opposed to just on your own. Remember, this is the prize. This is what I'm chasing, but I don't need $31 billion. I would rather have a few hundred of us get $31 billion, you know? So I'm not saying that this is guaranteed by any means, but for me, it's something that I can invest my time into and just like he says, just keep making my systems better and better and better. Now I've been at this for 4 years. So if you want to fast pass and get everything I know about algorithmic trading and how to automate your trading, you can see the prices right here. It's $69 per month. It's nothing crazy. And you can go to our Trustpilot, just Google Moondev reviews or Algo Trade Camp reviews. Here's some Q&A down here. I want to make sure you know that we have a no questions asked 90-day money back guarantee. So for whatever reason you want your money back, just get your money back. You can keep all the code and just all the videos, just you get your money back 100%. I follow the Costco guarantee here. This is the 90-day money back guarantee. Go ahead and check out the link in the description and just scroll down and see what people like you have to say. I know you're smart because I didn't run ads and I didn't beg you to come here. You found me somehow. You're a good researcher already. And the process of automating your trading starts with research. So obviously you're looking for a better way to automate your trading. So you're intelligent enough to know that everything can be done in this world as long as you're able to research. This is my RBI system I'll talk about in the Algo Trade Camp, but it comes down to researching, backtesting, and implementing. So go do your research on the internet. Go look at all of these testimonials we have on our page. And it's really amazing. Really amazing. Okay, so 2024, most recent 3. Okay, perfect. First 3, okay. Most recent, okay. Okay, we got it. We're data dogs. Yes. We're data dogs. Copy path. Let's go just double check. Really amazing how much data this is. Okay, 2024, 6/4 to 5/15. Okay, that's almost a year's worth of data, dog. I told you I'm a data dog and I wasn't lying. He says, bro, I want to learn algo trading. Go ahead and join my boot camp, dude. Join my boot camp. I'll show you everything. Or hit the like button at least. If you hit the like button, you'll learn more and more every single day. I try to show everything. And here in the boot camp, I do show everything in more organized fashion. Okay, so I get all the data here. Let's go ahead and say paste. All right, now in the liquidation ADX, let's go ahead and use this data here, this data path, in order to do the back test that we were originally trying to make. There we go. It takes some time. Sometimes things take time. Good things take time. Good things take time. I've updated the backtest. Perfect. Let's go to liquidation ADX here and let's go ahead and do it. Okay, you can see error. We don't need that 1 hour data anymore, so you could just remove it and fix this bug. Remember, we're going to be backtesting based off the liquidation data. Ah, yes, you're right. We don't need the hourly price data since we can create our own price data directly from the liquidation timestamps. Let me modify the code to work purely with the liquidation data. We'll say accept here and let's run it. Okay, you can see creating hourly bars. Why are you creating hourly bars? No need to create hourly bars or print out any of these debugs here. We're going to use strictly the liquidation data. Accept here. Let's go ahead and run it. Let's go to my cursor here. What was that? You can resample as in minutes here. Above is a piece of code that I did some sort of liquidation data backtest on, so you can use it as an example. But essentially, I'm running into this error below. We need to create open, high, low, close volume data based off the backtesting library. Let's go ahead and say accept here. Go and run it back. Running MoonDev liquidation strategy backtest. Okay, there we go. It only had one trade. Exposure time. Duration. $6.4 at least. Okay, let's go ahead and try this again, but let's put these at smaller thresholds. Let's put it at 1 million. See what happens there. Return percentage. Optimizing parameters. Get latest liquidation data. We're pulling it from there. Oh, we use this star functionality. Nice. Key lambda. What did we do in the above code in order to set this up? Let's go ahead and format it like that. Then I'm going to get you all the code, dude. I'm going to get you all the code so you can see it all. Because then you can be it all. Go ahead and say accept here.
It's been real. Don't get involved if you ain't gonna die for it. Take this. I bought some hollow tips for your homeboy.
One trade still. 345 days. Okay, we got that part down, which is nice. Threshold, time frame. It's still coming out with no trades, which is a little odd because this one here, you can see the results on that one. So looks like we need to set up the code a little bit better. I see. Looking at your successful code, there are a few key points. Your column names are different. Lick side versus side. USD size versus amount. Your optimization ranges are more aggressive. Your data actually has price data. And you can see that we actually have the price data here in the actually, we don't. The reason this is not working is because we don't have price data, and we need to make sure that the price data is added into our pull liquidation data. So update the pull liquidation data. We'll fix that, and then we will have price in there in order to match the above that goes ahead and has multiple trades opposed to just one trade. Okay, so let's go ahead and say pull. Because it didn't bring in the liquidation data. I don't know why I just tapped my TV, but so we didn't pull in the actual price data, which is super silly, but that's okay. We'll fix it right now. Super silly, but we'll fix it right now. Now we can say accept here and say pull liquidation data. Let's run it back. So it takes a little bit of time here to pull the actual data, and that's okay. Because time is money, V. Okay, you can see we get all the data now. And now it should be formatting it, but you can see it's 16 million lines of data, so it's a lot, dude. We got a little error here. Got an error when I tried to run the poll liquidation data. Please go ahead and fix that. Let's go ahead and say accept and just run this right back. It's not financial advice, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Of course it's not. Okay, so I got the raw data structure here. Great job. IOC could not convert float. Remember, there's no column name, so maybe this is the reason that you're having trouble splitting the data. Let's go ahead and see if she outputted it. Okay, she outputted the raw dog. can see it's 1.3 gigabytes. $777, dude. See what's going on over here. Looks like the market opened recently, last 45 minutes or so.
I'm not negotiating with myself.
Yeah.
The deal was already made.
Made.
The deal was made. When I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing, I signed that contract with myself. I'm doing it. You know, throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I think I need to, maybe if we, nope. No, this is
No
non-negotiable.
yeah.
Fetching liquidation from Moondev API. All right, we got it, dude. We got all we need. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we got all the data. Perfect. So now this should work great. So let's go back to BTC. Let's go hit copy path. Let's go hit this liquidation, poll liquidation data. No, liquidation ADX. Okay, and let's go run this straight up and just see what happens. Okay, amount side does not exist. Okay, now I have this data here, and I'm getting this error when I run the back test. It's because we renamed the columns. Say accept here. And let's run it back. Not split the screen, dude. Not split the screen. Silly guy. Running back test with default params. Perfect. You can see liquidation amount is 6 billion. Okay, there we go. We got 8 trades on this one. Nice, dude. Okay, let's go ahead and test it out then. Let's say liquidation threshold. What is this? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Damn, dude. Let's update this code so it has an entry liquidation threshold and an exit liquidation threshold. So you see we got 8 trades here. Let me get you all the code because I believe code's a great equalizer. And if you see everything, then you can do anything I can do, but you can do it better, dude, because you are smart. You're ambitious. Come on. You got your own ideas. Here's all the code. I want you to see all the code every time that I make anything out here live. Anytime I build anything, bro. Okay, so now let's drop a 0. Well, no, it's looking good now. It was 20 million before. Okay, there we go. Entry signal. Liquidations. Nice, dude. Nice. This is working beautiful. I don't want all that though. Please remove all the debugging of the time, liquidation, entry price, entry signal, etc. So I can just see the unoptimized backtest first, and then it will go ahead and optimize it without any debugging, because then I'm not going to be able to see everything. All right, so I just can't see what the tests are because it's printing too much, and I could have just deleted it myself, but I'm a data dog and I'd rather use AI. I'll remove all the debugging prints. Thank you. All right, this is the finale, fam. I showed you all the code. I showed you all the code already. I'll show you it again, actually. Let's show you all the code again while this prints out. Okay, here's all the code if you want to take screenshots, whatever, dude. It's a liquidation backtest, and this is slick. I've shown you how to get liquidation data before. I'll show you how to get it again. You can see the profit factor is disgusting. Holy smokes. Here, let me show you all the code. Let me show you all the code here. Okay. There we go. You saw all the code, and you can see this is 872% return versus a buy and hold of 47%. 872% return versus a buy and hold of 47%. That's insane. 429 trades. That's a lot of trades. Profit factor is insane. Okay, so what I want to do here is add a buffer. This is insane backtest, by the way. How would you recommend to use the ADX in this strategy? The average directional index could be valuable to this liquidation strategy for several reasons. Trend strength confirmation. ADX measures trend strength regardless of direction. 0 to 1, 0 to 100. Values of 25 equal a strong trend. Could help avoid false signals during choppy markets. Primary entry filter. Only take liquidation signals when ADX is over 25. Dynamic position sizing. Increase position size when ADX is higher. Exit confirmation. Exit early if ADX weakens significantly. Specific use cases when large liquidations occur in a strong trend. It often indicates trend continuation. Let's go ahead and implement the ADX here. And if the ADX is set to none, then it will be the exact same backtest as it is now. It won't use the ADX. If it is set to a number, then it will use that number. Go ahead and have it be a strong trend to start. Take profit, stop loss.
No, it's what's called machine learning. So you find
It's not none
things
perfect.
that are predictive. You might guess, oh, such and such should be predictive, might be predictive, and you test it out in the computer, and maybe it isn't, maybe it isn't. You test it out on long-term historical data and price data and other things, and then you add to the system this if it works, and if it doesn't, you throw it out. So there aren't elaborate equations,
ADX threshold.
at least not for
25. Then I can let this optimize forever, really. I think I'm gonna let this optimize all day. It's not a great practice, but it's kind of fun. I want to see how much better it gets. ADX threshold equals 25. So 582, it actually changed. It made it worse using the ADX. Take profit is 1 through 5%, 1 through 7%. ADX threshold, 1 through 7%. Liquidation threshold on the close and the open. I'm curious to see how this runs, dude. So let me show you all the code one more time, just so you can have it all. I mean, because I know a lot of you are just going to jump to the end of the video. So here's all the code. Don't want to watch everything between, that's fine, dude. But I showed you all the code. It's like 800% return, and the other one, versus buy and hold of like 54%. And 72% return for this strategy. I show you all the code for, opposed to 47%. That's 20x better, and I show you everything. How to outsmart the game of trading. Step by step. You're going to see